49ers Cal High Sports is presented by U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank member, FDIC.
This week on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank, we dive into spring sports with great baseball action, including highlights from San Leandro and Piedmont. Valley Christian meets St. Francis, and Benicia battles Heritage.
We have thrilling softball action with Granada and Foothill. We'll see stunt competition with Branham and Pioneer, and a heartwarming basketball event where all the players are stars. It's all next on 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank.
Hello everyone, welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Bronstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We are so excited. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, and we get to hear the ding of a bat for the spring season.
Is that a thing?
Oh, it's a thing of beauty.
The ding is a thing?
Yeah, the ding is a thing.
Okay.
We start this week with baseball, where the Los Altos Eagles look very strong to start the season. The Eagles featuring twins Jagger and Emmett Heath, both hitting .462 to start this week.
The Eagles hosting Pioneer this week. The Mustangs also looking good to start the season, coming into the week with a 3-2 record. The game played in Los Altos Friday night.
Adrian Soriano here in Los Altos as the Eagles take on Pioneer. Nathaniel Forbes on the mound for the Mustangs. Nathaniel gets the backwards K here. No score after one. Bottom two now, and Darian Wesley hits it deep to center field. That will go all the way to the fence as Darian slides into third for a one-out triple. Next batter, Kai McKinney, and Kai grounds one up the middle for a base hit. Darian Wesley scores easily. The Eagles get one more on an error, and it's 2-0 Los Altos after two. Aaron Baum was brilliant on the mound for the Eagles. Aaron gets the batter to chase for the punch-out. Bottom three now, and Quinn Chochos shoots it to right field for a base hit as Gavin Moore comes in to score. Then with runners in the corners, Quinn intentionally gets in a rundown. Here comes Emmett Heath, and Emmett is safe at the plate as the Eagles take a 4-0 lead. Darian Wesley still up to bat, and Darian sends a line drive to right field for his second hit of the game. Chochos comes in to score, and it's 5-0 Eagles after three. To the fifth now, and Jagger Heath smokes one to center field for a base hit as Quinn Chochos crosses the plate one more time, and it's 6-0 Los Altos Eagles after five. Aaron Baum still dealing for the Eagles in the seventh. Aaron getting his 10th strikeout of the game here. Two down in the seventh, and the ball is popped up in shallow center. Enrique Nicholas makes the catch to end it as the Eagles improve to 6-1 of the season. Aaron Baum with the 4-hit shutout for the victorious Los Altos Eagles.
Some good old West Valley League baseball as Gunderson takes on Silver Creek. Top one, here's a two-hopper to the third. Great backhand by Nick Prum, and Nick throws a one-hopper to Nate Spellman to get the out. Nice play there. But the Grizzlies get the bats going in the second as Chance Jaime shoots one out the left, and this ball finds the grass as J.D. Murillo and Dominic Lake score. 2-zip Grizzlies. More Gunderson with runners in scoring position. Jordan Avila shoots one out the left. Chance and Johnny Estrada touch home plate. Then Brandon Salgado hits a high fly ball deep the right center, and it's just a few feet away from a home run, but it's an RBI triple as Cash Duffy Smith touches home plate. Grizzlies tack on another run to make it 6-0. Silver Creek would score 2 runs in the bottom half, which includes this RBI from Prum, who had a great game in this one. Huge hitting for the Raiders in the bottom of the fourth. Runners on the corners. The pickoff attempt to first gets away, so Wyatt Sharp trots his way home to cut the deficit to 3. Then after a few RBIs off of hit by pitches and walks, the bases are juiced as Gio Mejia slaps one out the right. Prum scores. Caleb Durant dives headfirst to give Silver Creek its first lead of the game. Next batter, Nate Spellman finds the grass out in right for an RBI as Medina scores. 8-6 Raiders. Silver Creek adds another run to make it 9-6 after 4 innings. But of course, Gunderson would come back to tie the game in the top of the 6th. Runner on second as Dominic Lake delivers a huge knockout to left. And Cash is going to tie the game. We're all tied at 10, ladies and gentlemen. Silver Creek would look to end the game in the 7th with a runner on second. But the Grizzlies pull off some trickery with a pickoff attempt, and it works to perfection. Avila tags out the runner. He never threw the ball to begin with. So we're going to extra innings. But the Raiders are threatening once again in the bottom of the 8th. Here's a grounder to short, and it gets away. Here comes Caleb Duran, and Silver Creek walks it off and wins a thriller in this one. 11-10 was the final.
Moreau Catholic takes on Castro Valley on Wednesday afternoon. 1 on, 1 out in the top of the second. Kaylee Armstrong grabs the line drive and steps on the bag for the unassisted double play to end the inning. Go to the bottom half of the inning, 2 on, 2 out. Yaslin Rodriguez gets the batter swinging to get out of the inning unharmed. Bases loaded with nobody out in the bottom of the third. Zaylee Gutierrez pops it up way high into no man's land, and the ball gets down. Alicia Robertson dances her way home. 1-0 Castro Valley. Alicia's twin sister Alanis Robertson is dealing for Castro. The sophomore gets the batter swinging to end the top of the fourth and keep the lead. Bottom of the fourth, 2 out. Rodriguez fields a ground ball and gets the batter out to leave a runner stranded. Bottom of the sixth, here's a sharp line drive to the shortstop, Lexi Mejia. Lexi bobbles the ball but holds on to end the inning and keep it a 1-run game. Final chance for Moreau. Alanis gets the batter looking for her 10th strikeout of the game. The sophomore gives up 2 hits on 87 pitches and completes the shutout.
An NCS-CCS matchup in girls lacrosse between two of the best, Redwood and Sacred Heart Prep. The Giants' Lucy Miller has the ball behind the net. A great feed to a cutting Riley Buck for the score. Redwood goes on top 1-0. But SHP is quick to tie it up. Olivia Abbott driving and firing on goal. The sidearm shot hits. The Gators would go on to lead it 2-1 midway through the first. Here's Redwood. Claire Johnson to Presley Pewitt. A quick release for the Chapman University commit. We have this game tied at 1. But back and forth we go in the second. Miller to Pewitt. Presley scores her second to put Redwood back on top. And the Gators would lead later in the quarter. Kat Dykes bulldozing her way through traffic, going top shelf. SHP scoring 4 unanswered in the quarter to take the 6-3 lead into the second half. Third quarter, Nora Still to Maggie Goldstein, who takes 2 steps before rocketing a shot into the net, and the Gators would run away with this one in the second half. Abbott, the feed to Dykes, and Kat shoots underhand for the goal. She would score 3, and only 1 goal allowed by Redwood in the second half, thanks to some incredible goalkeeping from junior Ella Kaplis. Sacred Heart Prep rolls to a 12-4 victory. Olivia Abbott leading all scorers with 4 and with 2 assists. Each week, the Riekes Center presents the Gary Riekes Players of the Week Award.
Remember to vote for the Player of the Week on our YouTube membership page. The Players of the Week are featured in a rap performed by our friends at the Riekes Center. Here are this week's Players of the Week.
Oh yeah, 49ers Cal High Sports, Ben and Roth, the Riekes Center. You Gary Riekes Players of the Week.
The big man in the middle, Will Saville Welch, brings a presence opponents really haven't felt. Guiding the program like it was open from the taskbar, installing success for the International Jaguars. 12 points, 18 boards, and 7 blocks. Playing lockdown D and making winning shots. An underdog team completing playoff survival. International claim Division 5 state title. Izzy McFadden, she's making it happen. For Marin Catholic, the busiest action is when she's involved in the offensive strategy. A 21-point positive charge like a battery. In a state title game, she reached another gear, producing the best on-court performance of her career. 9 boards, 5 steals, like an admission fee. She was money. Her Wildcats champs in Division 3.
Yeah, Ben and Roth, 49ers Cal High, Riekes Center. Your Gary Riekes Players of the Week.
The Harker School brings us the Scholar Athlete Award every week. This week's Harker Scholar Athlete is Woodside Priory basketball player Balas Nikos. Balas winning a state title last week. He's also a champion in the classroom with a 3.9 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School, first graders recently went on a field trip to the Cantor Arts Center and the Anderson Collection at Stanford University, embarking on a guided tour of many of the amazing pieces on display. At Harker, transitional kindergarten through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org. The San Francisco Giants present the Coach of the Week Award each week.
This week's Coach of the Week is Valley Christian softball coach Miley McLemore. The Warriors picked up 2 shutout wins last week to improve to 6-2 on the season. Miley McLemore, this week's San Francisco Giants Coach of the Week. Coming up, it's the Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game, an East Bay League battle with Granada and Foothill.
And San Leandro meets Piedmont on the Highlanders' home field when 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank returns.
At U.S. Bank, we know how good it feels to reach your milestones, but we also know what really goes into getting you there. That's why we introduced Co-Browse, which connects you to a real banker in real time to help you do anything from adding a new debit card, learning how to save smarter, even creating spending limits.
Mind if I just grab the one?
With Co-Browse, we're always there for you on your road to here, because there's nothing as powerful as the power of us.
Young Zoe was born to be a champion because even as a kid, she had a thirst for knowledge. Each evening, Zoe's late-night reading took her on a learning adventure. Today, Zoe applies her wealth of knowledge to all of her repair calls for service champions. Because of our well-trained technicians like Zoe, we can make the guarantee that we'll fix it right the first time or it's free. Service Champions is now offering a $58 furnace tune-up. Call 800-5-CHAMPS.
Opening day, this is what we've all been waiting for. It's a party in the park.
We get hyped.
Baseball's back April 4th, and there's nothing like it.
Welcome back to the NBC Sports Studio here at Levi's Stadium. Let's head to the East Bay League where the softball is very high quality. Both Foothill and Granada starting league play this week.
The two playoff teams from last season looking strong early on. It's our Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game, which means tasty chicken sandwiches for both teams after the game. Robert was there.
Starting up East Bay League play, a big game this afternoon at Foothill High School. The Foothill Falcons featuring the twins, the Burdick twins. Number 7 is Casey Burdick, headed to Washington next year. Number 2 is Sophia Burdick, headed to San Jose State. Two outstanding D1 players, but another outstanding D1 player on the other side is Delaney Almua. Instagram tag, Dingers by Delaney, and she does hit a lot of dingers, 22 home runs in her career at Granada. It's Foothill and Granada in this afternoon's Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game. First batter of the game is Delaney Almua, and this is a rocket over the center field fence in a hurry. A dinger by Delaney and an instant Granada 1-0 lead. Down 2-0 bottom 1. Here come the Falcons. A line shot down the third base line by Ellie Nowitzki. That plates Casey Burdick to make it 2-1. Later in the first, 2 on for Naima Branham, and the junior blasts this one deep to center and gone. A 3-run shot for Branham. What did she do? Yes, she did. 5-2 in the second. 1 on for the Falcons as Addison Chandler wraps it up the middle. The base hit scores Sophia Burdick. It's 6-2 Foothill. More Falcons in the third. Sophia Burdick had a huge game for Foothill. This part of a 4-for-4 performance for Sophia. 7-2 Falcons in the fourth, and this was a big run as Jordan McCafferty pops it to shallow right, and that is all sorts of trouble. It falls for a hit, scoring as Chandler. McCafferty ends up at second. It's 8-2, but Granada comes back. 2 on for Almua in the sixth, and there she goes again. This one high and deep and gone and left. A 3-run blast. Almua's second home run of the game. It's 8-5. Runner at second for Marin Brandon, who goes opposite field down the line and right. Sophia Burdick tracks it down. Here comes the runner. Here comes the throw. McCafferty the tag, and the score stays 8-5. 8-6 in the seventh now, and Granada threatening. Madison Trimday rips it past third, scoring as Aubrey Ingram, and it's 8-7. Bases loaded, 2 down, and Foothill pitcher Myra Galizzi with a gutsy performance gets the K to end the game as Foothill wins a thriller. 8-7, a big game for Sophia Burdick.
It was good vibes out there. We kept our energy pretty high, and our problem has been getting behind in the first inning, but we got a lot of runs obviously in the first inning, so we got ahead early and we stayed ahead pretty much.
With the Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game, I'm Robert Braunstein, 49ers Cal High Sports.
The Piedmont Highlanders taking the field as they host San Leandro Thursday afternoon. This one was all pitching and defense. Lorenzo Charles to Ben Mladnich for 1, then over to Gary Ferguson for 2. It's a double play, no score after 1. Massimo Mattoni was brilliant all day long for the Highlanders. Massimo getting one of his 6 punch-outs on the day here. Sam Linderverst also pitched well for San Leandro. Sam getting the batter to chase for the strikeout, no score after 4. San Leandro with a runner on in the 6th, but Will Parker fires a strike to Jonah Chafoster to nab the runner at second. Still no score after 6. Top 7 now, and Stanley Acevedo hits it through the infield and into left field for a base hit. But Mattoni gets out of the inning unharmed as Massimo gets the backwards K to end the top half of the 7th inning. To the bottom half now, and Jordan Vo hits it deep to right field. That falls in for a base hit. Here comes Brandon Dickey. Brandon scores! The Highlanders walk it off in the 7th inning to go to 5-2 on the season. Massimo Mattoni with a 4-hit shutout for the Piedmont Highlanders.
Tyler Flipson here as the 2-2 Los Gatos Wildcats shake hands with the 5-1 Serra Padres at Helm Field in Los Gatos. The Cats put one on the board first. Luke Goddard sneaks it by within the first minute of play. The Padres would respond, tying it at 1-1. Now here's Phoenix Kelly Zuckman rifling it in to take the lead 2-1 in the first. just 3 minutes later. Check out Mac Langridge from downtown bouncing it by the keeper. It's 3-1 Padres. Padres continue to pour it on after another goal. Check this one out from Phoenix behind the back. Hello, play of the week material. Serra leads 5-1. Gatos continues to fight though. Goddard, well contested, takes the shot as he's falling and scores. What a shot from the senior. LG trails by 6 at the half. But it was nothing shy of a Padre party in the second. How about Andrew Hennigan, a total heater in the right side, extending the Serra lead. In the final moments, Phoenix, Kelly Zuckerman putting the cherry on top with his 4th goal of the night and sealing the deal. Serra beats Los Gatos 14-8 on the road and improves to 6-1 overall.
Service Champions honors student athletes who do great work around campus.
This week we spotlight Jolene Ding from the Pinewood girls basketball team. Our CCS Scholar Athlete of the Year is the senior class president, where she helps coordinate school and grade level events on campus. Jolene is also involved with the school's newspaper, where she serves as editor-in-chief. Jolene Ding is this week's Service Champions Student Spotlight.
D-Line Constructors presents the D-Line Defensive Play of the Week every week. This week's D-Line Constructors Defensive Play of the Week goes to the Kings Academy basketball team. The Knights with tenacious defense late in the state title game last week to help bring the Knights back into that game. The Kings Academy with the D-Line Constructors Defensive Play of the Week, and we'll meet them a little bit later in the show.
We're at the Riekes Center.
Yeah.
Delta Dental honors entire teams who do great work in the classroom with the Smiles for Scholars Award.
This week we feature the Branson girls basketball team, the girls with the highest GPA of any NCS basketball team this season with a 3.93 GPA.
Be sure to check us out on social media. You can help our show by following our Instagram page, where we now have well over 38,000 followers.
You can join our YouTube membership page, where you get access to a ton of great content, including early highlights, full game videos, and our full episodes of the Covered Cal High podcast. Here's a clip from this week's show.
International has to be the storyline of the season. It's gotta be. Division 5, what was so cool about this experience? They brought the whole school.
That's insane.
Hey, listen to the podcast.
They said no school on Friday.
Coming up, it's Sacred Heart Prep and Burlingame on the Diamond.
And our first ever look at competitive stunt, it's Branham taking on Pioneer. But first, here's the U.S. Bank Bay Area Top 10 Softball Poll.
He's got nothing but the field in front of him. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown!
Touchdown, celebration, touchdown, celebration.
From the beginning, Moreau West Credit Union was created to provide a brighter financial future for you. We work hard for our members because they're our greatest strength.
Moreau West worked for me when I needed an auto loan for my first car.
When I need to make a mobile payment, Moreau West works for me.
Moreau West works for me wherever adventure takes us.
Moreau West Credit Union. Let us work for you. Today, tomorrow, together.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A.
A is for above and beyond.
An extra level of care.
A game.
From caring for our guests in our community to cleanliness and safe service with a My Pleasure. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
A little funky dance.
And that too.
Diamond Training and Development is the Bay Area's largest training facility. Our expert coaches with decades of experience will help you raise your game to the next level. Diamond Training and Development makes sure you stay safe while you train to keep you in the game. Our state-of-the-art equipment will help make your game better than the rest. For baseball, softball, and personal training, Diamond Training and Development will help you get the game you want. Start getting better today.
Applebee's Pick 6 with NFL head coach Dan Campbell.
A pick 6 is when the defense intercepts the ball and runs it back for a touchdown. And when that happens on Sunday, you get 6 free boneless wings at Applebee's on Monday. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
We are the Keys Academy, and you're watching 49ers Cal High, presented by U.S. Bank. Yeah!
For the first time ever this week, we are covering competitive stunt.
That's right. Do you know how it works?
No idea.
Yeah? Well, I was a competitive cheerleader. So
I heard.
I think I know a little bit about this.
Yeah.
So there are 4 quarters in stunt. We got partner stunts, jumps and tumbling, pyramids and tosses, and just a team overall. You basically add all those together for one big routine. There's a point system. 2 teams go at it, and whoever executes the routine the best is going to get the points for that. And it's a point system. Whoever gets the most points at the end of a game wins.
All right, this week it's Branham and Pioneer.
Pioneer Stunt taking on Branham Wednesday night at Westmont. Pioneer calls its first routine. The Mustangs putting up 1 stunt, the Branham Bruins with 2. Kiara Merida, the flyer for Pioneer, hitting the airbest to the extension. Both teams have a bobble on each side during the 360. Marlena Montoya's stunt on the far right is perfectly executed, giving Branham the point. The Bruins go into the second quarter up 3-1. Pyramids and tosses now. Branham's flyers are Montoya, JC Gonzalez, and Karen Trinidad. All 3 stunts stick this pyramid. And on Branham's side, Isabel Belvins, Addison McIntyre, and Elizabeth Rodriguez. Perfect dismount off the pyramid. Both teams execute and share the point. But Branham runs away with it in the third quarter, up 7-3. The hurdler to toe touch with great timing. Then the Bruins, Mackenzie Woods sticks the round-off back handspring layout. Olivia Jerome and Sophia Yang then with the cartwheel back handspring. Cross-tumbling passes from Anna Kiryeva and then Montoya. Front walkover, round-off back tuck. Woods finishes with a standing back, and the Branham Bruins go on to win this one 23-5 to go 2-2-0 on the year.
Tyler Flipson here for a Peninsula Bay Division battle. The Burlingame Panthers hosting the Sacred Heart Prep Gators. Panthers defense stout early. Charlie Chang to Rodrigo Beltranena, turning 2 to Slade Flores for the double play. Gators show off their defense now. Thomas Barton flips it to Soli Fishbin to Connor Schmalzo for a double play of their own to end the first. Bottom of the third now. A wild pitch goes by. That gets Panthers Jean-Luc Uheria and Grayson Howard across home. And Drew Gall advances to third. It's 2-0 Burlingame. Top of the 5th now. Gators looking to respond. But Burlingame's defense staying tough with Beltranena to Chang for another double play, protecting their lead. 1 Panthers run later, making it 3-0. SHP finds a pulse. Daniel Gee chops it for a base hit, getting Fishbin in scoring position. That then sets up Polioni on a fly ball to center for a clutch RBI single, getting Gee to third and Fishbin home to make it 3-1 Panthers. SHP continues to fight in the top of the 7th. Down 2, Casey Parker shoots it to left for a single, sending Max Corson home, cutting the deficit to just 1 run, making it 3-2. Despite the Gators' efforts, Panthers Dionysios Varices puts the nail in the coffin, catching the batter looking on strike 3. The senior's 5th K of the day with a complete game, taking down SHP 3-2 and moving to 1-1 in league.
Each week, Chick-fil-A brings us stories of athletes who inspire us.
Tyler Flipson joins us now with some varsity athletes making some challenged athletes very happy.
Varsity athletes take pride in teamwork, patience, and facing adversity head-on. But often overlooked are those who battle their own unique challenges, and those athletes never let those challenges stand in the way of their love for the game.
1, 2, 3, hey!
Unified Sports comes together with the Northern California Special Olympics to put on a one-of-a-kind jamboree. It's an opportunity for athletes with intellectual disabilities from a number of schools to use the game of basketball to bring everyone together.
The idea is to give special ed students an opportunity to compete in interscholastic athletics just like general ed students. It has to be modified, of course, but that's the reason behind it. These kids get an opportunity to interact with the general ed students and they build friendships from this. And it's those friendships that are really the core to the whole thing.
This tournament is very special for these kids and their parents alike, all in their own unique ways. The impact it makes on them is priceless.
It's my daughter's life. She loves basketball, and so for them to get this opportunity is pretty special that a lot of other people don't understand for our kids.
I want this to be a very positive experience for everybody. I want the athletes to enjoy what they're doing. I want the parents to enjoy what they're seeing.
Unified Sports was inspired by a simple principle. Training together and playing together are a quick pathway to friendships and understandings. Hosted by the Ultimate Fieldhouse, it allows athletes like Pittsburgh football quarterback Marley Alcantara to volunteer and build the foundation of these friendships.
The kids that are here, they give me a great opportunity to come play with them, and this is like, it's like their Super Bowl, you know, and it's like,
It's amazing to be a part of this opportunity. I'm very blessed to be here.
This is an opportunity to get to know these kids on an individual basis, and you get a positive input because these people have something special to offer. And this gives them an opportunity to offer that to everybody else around the area.
Because I think there's a lot of misconceptions about them playing sports and stuff like that and what they're actually capable of, and then they just kind of show off what they're capable of and have a great time.
And have a great time they did. The competitive juices really get pumping out there for these athletes like Heritage senior Kendall Cutright.
I'm having fun, and the first game earlier, I was on fire today.
What are you good at? Are you good at defense, shooting? What's your best part of your game?
Shooting threes. Shooting threes. That's my secret identity.
And who do you replicate your game after? Is there someone in the NBA who...
Steph Curry, none other than the great Steph Curry.
We had a good time, we had fun, we spent time with other people, and have the best day.
With continued exposure, the hope by John and the rest of the unified basketball family is more leagues to feel inspired to host their own tournaments and allow their special needs students the same opportunity on the court. Because at the end of the day, basketball is for all.
Let me tell you, these kids can ball. The competitive nature out there was real, all while showing good sportsmanship and just having a good time. It was really special to be a part of it all, and I just hope to see more unified basketball all across the Bay Area.
Absolutely. It's a great program.
Yep.
And oh my gosh, the smiles.
Yeah.
Big
So
old
many
smiles.
They do a great job. Marrow West Credit Union brings us the Marrow West Merit Award. This award honors teachers all around the Bay Area.
Here is Adrian Barnett from the Kings Academy talking about why Eric Benitez and David Yu are his favorite staff members from TKA.
I'll give it to Mr. Benitez because he supports the team so much. And I'll also give it to Mr. Yu because he always watches the videos and just supports us so much.
Diamond Training and Development is an amazing baseball, softball, and training facility in Sunnyvale, led by former professional ball player and our good friend Adam Shorsher.
Each week, Diamond Training and Development brings us a diamond in the rough. This is a young athlete who is headed towards great success in their sport. And this week, we recognize Boss Moon from the Kings Academy. The freshman forward for the Knights just finished a very impressive season, helping his team make it to the state title game. He's the boss, Boss Moon, this week's Diamond Training and Development diamond in the rough.
Coming up, two teams off to great starts clash at Laney College. It's Oakland Tech and Castro Valley next.
And two outstanding softball teams as Gilroy battles Branham. This is 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
Applebee's Pick Six with NFL head coach Dan Campbell.
A pick six is when the defense intercepts the ball and runs it back for a touchdown. And when that happens on Sunday, you get 6 free boneless wings at Applebee's on Monday. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Our mouths are one of the first places a doctor looks during a checkup, and for good reason. It can tell them things about our health, serious things, things that could keep us from reaching the next milestone. For over 65 years, Delta Dental has offered high-quality, affordable dental plans that strive to meet the needs of everyone. Today, we are the largest network of oral health care providers in the nation. Delta Dental, putting your health first, yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
I'm Nancy Lambert, the director of the Schwab Learning Center at CHC. In a world where every second counts, education doesn't have to be a struggle. At the Schwab Learning Center, our learning specialists work one-on-one with high school and college students with ADHD, dyslexia, and other learning differences. We work with you to understand your learning and attention strengths and challenges. We help you develop strategies that optimize the way you learn. Discover the power of personalized learning that empowers students to excel. Your success is our mission.
I know that the model of credit unions is the very best one for human beings, and so how we bring that to life can truly transform people's lives.
Lumen brings to us the capability to be able to serve members in ways that we haven't before. It is really about enhancing that need for that particular individual like we've never been able to do before, and I'm extremely excited about that.
Hurry time!
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by Valley Christian Schools, supporting your quest for excellence. Help us bring positive attention to Bay Area teens every week. Become a 49ers Cal High Sports sponsor. Scan the QR code for details.
The Oakland Tech Bulldogs are off to a 4-1 start with Elijah Rucker sporting an early .500 batting average.
The Bulldogs taking on Castro Valley this week. The Trojans' Damian Caldero leading his team with a .444 average. The game played at Laney College on Wednesday night.
Off to Laney College now for a non-league showdown between Oakland Tech and Castro Valley. The Trojans on the board first in the first. Gilbert Seidel blasts one deep to center. That falls in for a triple as Anthony Mars scores. Right behind them is Braden Spade. CV gets another on a bases-loaded walk, and it's 3-0 Trojans after one. Tech answers back in the second as Kalen Thomas grounds it to short. Castro Valley gets the out of third, but Rashid Pittman scores. It's 3-1 Trojans. Then it's Diego Delgado with a shot to right for a base hit. Here comes Isaac Esto, and Isaac is safe at the plate as the Bulldogs pull to within one. But the Trojans come right back in the bottom half. Braden Spade hits it hard to the right side of the infield. That gets away as Anthony Mars comes in to score again. 5-2 Castro Valley after two. Bottom three now, and Owen Seidel hits it softly to the left side of the infield. Everybody's safe as Gilbert Seidel comes home. Then a few batters later, Aiden Hackbarth crushes it to center field. That falls in for a double as Arthur Sims scores. Right behind them is Diego Mars as the Trojans begin to pull away. David Colon tacks on with a line drive to left field for a base hit as Arthur Sims scores. Aiden Hackbarth also come in to score as Castro Valley wins it 20-3 to go to 6-2 on the season. Gilbert Seidel with 5 RBIs for the Trojans.
Mount Hamilton League play underway as Gilroy hosts Branham on Thursday afternoon. Ariel Yazlava dealing for Gilroy, gets the batter looking to get out of the first. We're scoreless through 2.5 until Bam Mendoza changes out with a high drive to left. It hits the foul pole. Bam delivers a bang, and Gilroy takes a 1-0 lead. Runners on the corners in the bottom of the fourth. A soft ground ball to Autumn Burns. The sophomore makes the play as Branham gets out of the inning unharmed. Now it's Branham's turn with runners on the corners in the top of the fifth. Michaela Grimsrud takes off after the pitch. The throw to second opens the lane for Madison Minor to come home. The play at the plate. She's safe, and we are all tied at 1. Yaslava gets another strikeout to end the top of the sixth. She ends the game with 10 strikeouts. Jenny Hernandez leads off the bottom of the seventh with a single, then Chrissy Haro lays down the successful sac bunt to move Hernandez into scoring position. Avery Peters is up next. Avery sends a ground ball up the middle, and it gets past the shortstop. Hernandez rounds third and comes in to score as Peters delivers the big hit for Gilroy, though Mauber at first. Yaslava goes the distance, giving up 1 hit as the Mustangs move to 2-0 in league play.
Lexus of Stevens Creek brings us the Volunteer Award, leading to $10,000 in scholarships to be handed out by Lexus of Stevens Creek.
This week's Volunteer Award goes to Sophia Flieri from Menlo. Sophia volunteers at the California Reentry Institute, a nonprofit organization helping prisoners successfully reenter society. Sophia helps organize the annual auction event by securing donors and sending thank you letters to people purchasing items. Sophia is also a teaching assistant for the Peninsula Bridge Summer Program, where she helps teach science to 4th and 6th graders. Sophia talks about why this work is so important to her.
I think this is really important to me because at school I've learned a lot about how poverty and incarceration and educational inequality are related, and this is really important to me because it's kind of like connecting what I've learned in the classroom into the real world.
Presentation High School, San Jose's all-girls high school, presents the Female Scholar Athlete Award each week. This week's Presentation High's Female Scholar Athlete is Olivia Abbott from the Sacred Heart Prep girls lacrosse team. The Stanford commit earning a fantastic 4.14 GPA.
Families choose Presentation High School to give their daughters the all-girls advantage, an environment designed to empower young women to thrive without barriers or distractions. Research shows all-girls schools foster confidence, leadership, and academic excellence. 80% of girls in these settings say their opinions are respected, compared to just 57% in co-ed schools. This supportive atmosphere also encourages students to explore new opportunities, with graduates being 6 times more likely to pursue STEM in college. At Presentation, girls excel academically, athletically, and socially. Discover the all-girls advantage for yourself. Schedule a tour today at presentationhs.org. Coming up, CCS baseball action as Carlmont hosts Mountain View.
And a thrilling softball game as Saratoga takes on Lincoln. But first, here is this week's learning tip from the Schwab Learning Center.
Just like your coach, we'll be by your side helping improve your skills. Our learning specialists are here to help you develop skills to improve your executive functioning, like developing goals that are specific, measurable, and achievable, so important to academic success. Utilizing planners or digital calendars to organize and plan tasks in advance. Keeping track of the 3 Ds, when something is due, when you will do the task, and when you are done, to help with time management, task initiation, and task completion. Discover the power of personalized learning support at the Schwab Learning Center.
The Carlmont Scots are off to a 4-3 start to the season. The Scots with senior Jonathan Fong hitting .600 so far this season.
Carlmont taking on Mountain View this week. The Spartans' Austin Zhu is hitting .429. The pre-league game played at Carlmont on Friday.
Let's hit the Belmont as Carlmont hosts Mountain View. Great defense from the Scots early as Aiden O'Driscoll flips it to Pano Catulas to Grant Getz for the 4-6-3 double play, and the Scots would strike first in the bottom of the third as Getz lines this one out the right center for an RBI single as Tyler Webster scores. 1-0 Scots. Mountain View got the bats going in the fourth. Luke Orrick shoots one out to right for a knock. Then moments later, runners on for Xander Yoakum, and Xander lines one out the left here for a base hit. The throw home is off target. Orrick would come home the score, and since the ball was stuck behind the backstop, the umps awarded Alan Beer an extra bag, so he scores. It's 2-1 Spartans. Still in the fourth, Jackson Blake lifts this one out the center, and yes, this ball drops for an RBI single as Yoakum slides home. 3-1 Spartans. Bottom of the fifth, runner on second for Tyler Webster, and Tyler gives this baby a ride out the left, and it goes right to the fence. Jonathan Fong would score from second, but Luke Orrick throws a dart to second, and Alan Beer slaps the tag for the out. 4-2 Spartans, and Mountain View would extend its lead in the sixth. There's that man, Action Jackson, coming away with some great at-bats. Another RBI single. The throw to third, not in time. Mitchell Garcia would score. Mountain View would score 2 more runs to make it 6-2. And Brennan Dooley did his thing on the mound, tossing a complete game. And here, Brennan gets the strikeout to end the game as Mountain View has won 6 of its first 8 games. 6-2 was the final.
This rainbow over the Saratoga softball field is just so fitting for St. Patty's Day. The Falcons taking on Lincoln. The Lions with a runner on first in the first. Jocelyn Perez smacks a hard grounder the other way, and it splits the fielders out in right center. Karina Ruderskield scores all the way from first. Lions up 1-0. Karina with a shutdown inning in the bottom half of the inning. Despite the rain, the sophomore would have a big game on the rubber. And it would end up being a pitcher's duel. Toga's ace Saira Ramakrishnan with her second K of the game. To end the top of the third, the Falcons would score in the bottom half, so we're tied at 1 in the top of the sixth. Rudersgild ropes the ball up the middle, 1 of 2 hits on the day for the pitcher, and putting the go-ahead run on board. The next batter chops it back to Ramakrishnan. Saira goes to Emma Singh, to Maggie Hughesby at first for the 1-6-3 double play. Toga keeps the Lions off the board. Ruderskield in the bottom of the sixth grabs her 13th strikeout on the day, still holding on to a no-hitter, but it's wet out there, and a couple of walks and wild pitches later puts runners on second and third. The pass ball brings home Gemma Singh, and that was all the insurance the Falcons would need as Saratoga shuts down the Lions in the seventh to win it 2-1. Still a no-hitter for the Lions, Karina Rudersgold, but the win goes to Ramakrishnan, allowing no earned runs through 7.
Bernardi Zarata is your faithful injury attorney, bringing us the hometown hero every week.
This week we honor Becky Ruppel. Becky owns her own photography company, but has been shooting Half Moon Bay sports pro bono for over 16 years, and her pictures are amazing. This past week, Becky traveled all the way to Sacramento to shoot the Cougars girls basketball team play in their very first state championship game. Thank you, Becky Ruppel, this week's Bernardi Zarata hometown hero. Albanese Construction brings us the Dirty Work play every week. This is a play that shows the same type of grit and determination, brought to you by all of the good folks at Albanese Construction.
This week's Dirty Work play goes to Mate Politai from Woodside Priory. Mate taking the charge in the Panthers state title win last week. Mate Politai doing the dirty work just like our good friends at Albanese Construction.
At U.S. Bank, when we say we're in it with you, we mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and the celebrations, but for all the hard work it took to get there. We are in for all of it. It's tough for sure, but less tough when you have the right people by your side. Like Kayla from Kansas City, and thousands of other bankers around the country. Because together we're proving there's nothing as powerful as the power of us.
Get ready for the most exhilarating season yet. Sharks Ice Hockey is hosting 34 teams spanning from Fresno to Reno. Over 700 hockey players all competing for state and national titles. Be part of the thrilling action. Experience the speed, the skill, and the passion from these young hockey players. Games are played at Sharks Ice locations from all over the Bay Area. Looking to join, support, or to find games? Go to sharkshighschoolhockey.com.
Be a part of the biggest season of Earthquake soccer. The league's biggest rivalries. Soccer's biggest stars. All on the Bay's biggest stages. Brace for impact.
Exclusive access to all things Giants.
Unlock the best of Giants baseball with a membership.
Get the best seats and exclusive benefits.
Start your membership today at sfgiants.com/membership.
Lots of great teams in the West Catholic League again this season. Valley Christian is the defending league co-champ and looking good again this year, starting this week with a 6-1 record.
St. Francis starts the week at 6-2 and looking to knock off the Warriors on opening day in the West Catholic League. It's our Crumbl Cookies game of the week. Our Jake Vanderbrook was there.
Finally kicking off WCAL play here in Mountain View. It's game one of this two-game set as St. Francis collides with Valley Christian. Starting with the reigning WCAL champs, Valley Christian has won 6 of its first 7 games. Colton Hadfield is having a great start to the season, hitting .389, and he'll be playing second base for this game. St. Francis will look to begin league play with a win. Gino Capolazzo has been the go-to guy. Look for him behind the plate, and he's hitting .294 on the season. It's Valley Christian and St. Francis in our Crumbl Cookies game of the week. Bottom 1 and the Lancers are in business early. Runners on for Aaron Beniti, and the junior ropes one out the right. Jack Leeper and Capolazzo would score. The Lancers would tack on another run off a sac fly to make it 3-0. And the Lancers are still looking for more runs, but Valley Christian gets out of the inning. It's Daniel Solis, the Nathan Choi, the Jordan Ortiz, and the runner is out at the plate. 3-0 Lancers after 1. Quentin Marsh tossed 4 innings, allowing just 3 runs, and here he gets the strikeout to end the second. Landon Kim was doing his thing on the rubber. 3 strikeouts, allowing just 1 walk. And here the senior is juiced. Here's Gino Capolazzo looking to get the Lancers going in the 5th. Ripping the shot out the left for a knock. A couple batters later, the bases are juiced, but Rohan Kasanagatu gets out of the jam. He's heading to USC next season. Still 3-0 Lancers on the top of the 6th. Hadfield looks to get a rally going with this shot out the left for a single. Next batter, Q shoots one in the right for one of his 3 hits in the ball game, but the Lancers get out of trouble. Here's a hard grounder the second. It's Kyle McMillan to Bobby Hill to Ciali to Lua for the 4-6-3 double play. The Lancers would tack on another run in the bottom half as Jack Leeper shoots one up the middle for a base hit. Bobby Hill gets waved home, and the throw is not in time. 4-0 St. Francis after 6 innings. And that's all the run support Landon Kim needed. The Williams College commit tossed a complete game shutout, allowing just 6 hits as St. Francis begins WCAL play with a 4-0 victory. Here's Kim talking about how the team is ready to bounce back and make this season one to remember.
Yeah, last year we went through a lot of challenges, but I think, like I said before, fighting through that adversity comes from last season. We went through a lot last season, and we learned, and we're better because of it now.
In Mountain View with the Crumbl Cookies game of the week, I'm Jake Vanderbrook, 49ers, Cal High Sports.
Off to Livermore now for an East Bay League matchup between the Cowboys and De La Salle. The Spartans on the attack early. Braden Lurie ship bumps. Owen McDonough sets and Cooper Cassidy puts it away. Livermore answers back later in the set. Denari Creighton Gully to Matthew Callaway to Jacob Smithson, who just crushes this one. but De La Salle would go on to win set 1. Gino Colombano over to Owen McDonough, who sets it up perfectly for Austin Berry as the Spartans take it 25-18. Livermore looking to rally back in set 2, but Cooper Cassidy leaps up high for the big time block. Then it's Xavier Worth to Cooper Cassidy, and Cooper smacks it down with authority as the Spartans would go on to win set 2, 25-8. On to set 3 now. Evan Amos to Armand Batia to Jacob Smithson, and that falls in for the kill. But the Spartans take control later in the set as the ball is popped up, and Cooper Cassidy is right there to put this one away as De La Salle takes a 6-point lead. Now it's Trevor Jung over to Owen McDonough, then right back to Trevor Jung, and that one is not coming back as De La Salle wins it in 3 straight sets to improve to 9-1 in the season, 3-0 in the East Bay League.
The Kings Academy won the school's first ever NorCal title.
And the night celebrating all that with Jake at the Riekes Center this week.
And we are here at the Riekes Center for human enhancement where goals are achieved. Got goals? And here's the boys basketball team from the Kings Academy. Make some noise! Your Division III NorCal champions. And first off, I'm going to start off with Boss Moon. I mean, TKA has had a remarkable season. Winning league in the West Bay, winning a CCS title, a NorCal title, and then punching your ticket to a state title game. Just talk about the remarkable season this program has and your role with this team.
This was the best season TKA has ever had. So my role was really bringing energy to defense with my length, and really just picking up my teammates when they're down, and really, just being a defensive anchor.
Absolutely, and you know, there's a first for everything. And for Xavier Barnett, I mean, this was your first ever NorCal title that you guys were able to capture last week against Palo Altos. Just talk about the environment with that game, and just talk about what it meant to make history for this team.
It was a great environment. I'm glad to be a part of this team, first of all. And I was just, being able to play as a team, and having TKA spirit behind us, backed up and just letting us play, really motivated us.
Yeah, absolutely. And finally, I'm going to make my way over to Karan Kalapa. This was your last ride with this team. What are you going to miss the most with this program?
I'm going to probably miss my teammates first off, because they've been treating me as a family, and I built we've built a brotherhood around Kings Academy. And especially the crowd as well. Just seeing that crowd for the first time is insane, yeah.
Gentlemen, thank you so much. Congratulations on an outstanding season. Now take us out with a break.
So 9 on 3, family on 6, 1, 2, 3. 9 on 6, family.
Coming up, back to the diamond for Benicia and Heritage.
But first, here is the U.S. Bank Bay Area Top 10 Baseball Poll. The Heritage Patriots look to battle for the Bay Valley League title this season. The Patriots are 4-0 to start this season.
Benicia will compete for a title in the Diablo Foothill League. The 3-1 Panthers traveling to Brentwood to take on Heritage this week.
Beautiful day in Brentwood as Heritage hosts Benicia. Great pitching and defense dominating the early innings. Aiden Murphy gets the K here to end the second. Benicia with a runner on third, but the ball is wrapped to Alonzo Alvarez, who calmly steps on second for one. Over to Jason Stevens. That's a double play. No score top 5, and here comes Benicia. Nash Rubens with a smash up the middle. Rounding third and scoring as Peyton rolls. It's 1-0 Benicia. Still in the fifth, 2 down, and Miles Cooper clutches up and singles to right. Rubens scores, Cooper to third, and Benicia takes a 2-0 lead. Bottom 5, and back comes Heritage. Heritage gets one on a sac fly, then runner at second for Alvarez, who sneaks it through the right side. Jace Bernard races home. It's 2-all. Heritage looking for more, but catcher Carlos Largue-Spada fires down to first. The catcher with a great play there. Heritage takes the lead in the sixth. Runner at second for Jace Bernard, who sends a rocket to left center. Scoring from second is Austin Crouch, and the Patriots take a 3-2 lead. But Benicia ties it in the top of the seventh. Miles Cooper goes the other way with a clutch base hit. Part of a 3-hit game for Cooper. The throw is just off as Jake Todd scores, and we go to extra innings. 3-all in the 10th. Runner at second for A.J. Cabral, and A.J. comes through for Benicia. A solid single up the middle brings in the winning run as Miyamoto is safe at the plate. Benicia wins a 10-inning thriller. Brunson and Cooper leading the way. Valley Christian High School is always on a quest for excellence, so Valley Christian honors student-athletes who are on their own quest for excellence. Here's John Tofey from Archbishop Reardon.
of my goals in life, just make my family happy. Go get a degree in college and make it to the big leagues, whether it be, just a big in life or anything. But my main goal is just to make my family proud and get to the big leagues.
Valley Christian schools rolled out the red carpet for their annual father-daughter dance. This beloved K-12 event brought families together for a night filled with fun and unforgettable memories. From a bounce house and crafts to a delicious dinner and even mechanical bull riding, there was something for everyone. Laughter, dancing, and plenty of cotton candy made it an evening to remember. Become a warrior today at vcs.net.
DGDG.com brings us the Be Happy play each week. This is a play and a game that made everyone happy. This week's Be Happy play goes to the Foothill Falcons. Bases loaded, 2 outs for the Foothill Falcons, and Myra Gowsey gets the strikeout to end the game, and the Falcons were pretty darn happy about it. Want to be a happy car buyer? Go to DGDG.com.
Coming up, it's a Service by Medallion Play of the Week. We'll see which play gets it next.
But first, here is this week's financial tip for teens and their parents, sponsored by Lumen Digital. Teens have many pressures on their time, such as grades, athletics, and financial responsibilities. When possible, encourage your teen to get a part-time job to earn their own money and learn how to budget and spend. Many banks and credit unions offer easy online account opening, so you can help your teen set up an account independently.
Service by Medallion brings us the play of the week every week. This is a play we thought was the very best from all of the plays this week.
Here he is, Screaming Adrian Soriano with this week's Play of the Week.
Let's begin with Saratoga's Sarah Ramakrishnan to Gemma Singh to Maggie Hughesby. It's a 1-6-3 double play. How about Sarah's Phoenix Kelly Zuckerman with the behind-the-back goal? Here's Mountain View's Luke Auroch. Look at this kid's arm, nabbing the runner all the way from left field. How about Valley Christian's Quentin Marsh to Daniel Solis to Nathan Choi to Jordan Ortiz to get the runner at the plate? But the play of the week has to go to Jordan Avila from Gunderson. One of the craziest and most creative plays to get the runner. Oh my goodness, the hidden ball trick. One more time in slow-mo, Jordan Avila from Gunderson. Mr. Grizzly, you just won the play of the week.
That's the Play of the Week, and that's 49ers Cal High Sports for this week. Thanks for joining us. I'm Robert Brownstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Next week, we will feature the Milpitas softball player finding stability and strength through life's challenges. We'll see you then.
Thanks for watching. Please join our YouTube memberships to get early access to highlights and our podcast, Covered Cal High.
You will also be able to see full game videos and vote for the Players of the Week. So click join and make sure to tune in every Sunday night at 6 p.m. on NBC Sports California. We'll see you at the games.